What is the future of education? Will we still have school buildings where the students go several hours a day and listen to their teachers and sit behind desks and fill in their papers and take their tests? Probably, because that's the way it's been organized for hundreds of years. And no doubt that model will continue. Recently, we've learned a lot about distance learning. There's a strong effort to use more digital tools in the classroom, computers and tablets, and perhaps artificial intelligence, where we'll be able to diagnose every child's needs and adjust the curriculum to those needs and individualize learning. Perhaps the future. That's the future. What about work practice and projects out in society? I remember many years ago, 40, 50 years ago, visiting schools without walls in Philadelphia. And there are many different approaches, rather radical approaches, where we break down the traditional means of learning and are looking for other types of solutions. Artistic solutions, of thematic solutions, working with creativity, working with projects out in society, trying to improve things. What is the future? Well, if we want to think about the future, we have to start with thinking about the purpose. And we need to change the purpose or think about schooling and education in a different way. The purpose before, one could say, was to prepare people for the workforce, the industrial society. We all know that, and what types of students do we need that can work as adults in the industrial society. Now we've talked about the information society and being prepared to deal with that. But I would like to present another purpose, and that purpose has to do with democracy. Now, preparing children to be active participants in democracy, teaching them responsibility and cooperation, and giving them the basic knowledge about nature and environment and how society works, and how to influence other people, and how to judge the types of influence that one is presented to on social media and things like that. That seems to me to be a very good purpose for the future. That is not a presumption in a lot of authoritarian societies, where there is no goal to increase the amount of democracy. But in our democracy, which are threatened from many fronts at this current stage, we need to think about, okay, what type of educational experience do children and young adults need to prepare themselves to be active participants in forming an even better, more collaborative, more helpful future. So when you are planning school reforms and when you're planning for the future, start with purpose. Look backwards to the types of purposes and the types of organizations we've had, and then look forward. Now, what type of organization or what type of framework around education do we need to create active participants for preserving and developing our democracy?